Hey, my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my channel. On this channel, I'm going to be sharing with you my property journey. I'm going to be sharing with you the journey of buying my daughters, Emily and Georgia, a property portfolio. We're going to take you all on a journey to see exactly how we do it. The highs, the lows, and I want you to join us on that journey by subscribing to the channel and hitting the bell notification, hit that gong, because you don't want to miss out. We've got auction properties we're buying, we're doing lease options, we're doing service accommodation, all the strategies that are out there. And I want to show you what works, what doesn't work, and take you on that journey with me. So do join us. Now, I want to talk to you today about a way that you can buy a property for just £1. Sounds farcical, sounds like it's not possible. I know, and when I first heard this the first time, I just didn't believe it. But thousands of people are buying properties through something called a lease option. So what is a lease option? Well, a lease option is where you secure the rights to purchase a property in the future, right? So you will find a deal, and maybe you're not ready to complete on that deal right away because you don't have funds, or maybe the property is in negative equity. And there's tons of places, particularly up north, where people might be in negative equity. And the reason for that is they might have got a mortgage back when you could get 100% mortgages, right? And if you get 100% mortgage and then for any reason the market goes down, then of course you're in negative equity. And there are areas in the UK where still the prices haven't got back up. And the problem that then happens is if they were to sell the house today, they would lose money, right? They would lose money. And that's not really what people want to do. So what you can do is create an agreement where you say to the person, I will take your property on today, right? And so to make the transaction legal, we're going to pay you £1 because there needs to be a monetary exchange for this to be legal. So we're going to pay that person £1, and in return, we're going to take on the liability of the property. So we're going to pay the mortgage for them if there is a mortgage on that property. We're going to look after the upkeep. We're going to look after the tenants and maybe even improve that property, do any renovation works that need to be carried on. Now, this takes the stress away from that person because maybe right now the property's empty, they're having to pay council tax, they're having to pay the mortgage, and it's just something that they're really, really frustrated to happen. And so you just take all of that stress off them, you do the transaction and you say, I will buy this property. Let's just say the property is worth £100,000. I'll buy the property from you for the asking price that you want of £100,000, but I won't complete on it till a later date. Normally that's between 5 and 7 years. And so what you're banking on that is in that 5 to 7 years, a few things might happen. One, you improve the value. So you can put new kitchens, bathrooms, renovate the property to bring the value up. That will help. Another is just time. So over time, property prices generally increase in the UK. So you're hoping that in that 7 years, the property goes back up in value, meaning that you can buy it for the 100, but it might be worth 150, right? And that makes life considerably easier. Then you're going to have lots of equity already in that. So people will do this because they're stressed, they're tired, they're in negative equity, maybe they're in arrears on their mortgages, and you can secure that property for £1, take it on, and potentially buy that in the future. Now, I'm going to show you what a lease option might include. That's it. It's a blank piece of paper, right? And so a lease option can be whatever you agree with that person. Now, of course, they're going to want to be clear of any liability. So if that person was in a mortgage arrears situation, you probably will need to get the mortgage arrears up to date with the bank before you take that on, right? And so that's really, really important here. You also have the option to buy. Listen to the language you're using here. So it's called a lease option. So you could secure the property, you could get paid all the rent, pay the mortgage, do the property up. But if the market doesn't improve in value in that 7-year period, or for any reason you just don't want to complete, you are having an option to buy So you can just say, look, here's the keys back. I don't want to complete on this purchase. And that person will then continue with the property on their journey. So it's just an option to buy. Now, you could and you should, if you are using a lease option as a strategy, very important that you use a specific solicitor that really focuses on lease options. So look for a lease option solicitor, not just a general property one. You want to make sure it's watertight and there's no way that this can get challenged. Now, this is a standard practice in business. I'm sure you've heard of people buying football clubs for £1 or Debenhams for £1. This is the same principles. You're just taking over the asset, you're controlling the asset in that period of time, you're given the option to complete the transaction at a later date. Now, this is a really good strategy, and I just really wanted to explain how it works. But I'd love to know your thoughts. So if you consider lease options, are you doing lease options? Do comment below, let me know. Do like this video and remember to subscribe and hit the bell, because we are going to make so many great videos together and show you the journey of property investing, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. I'm James Nicholson. Stay blessed. Keep watching the videos on this channel. Go and check out the others, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye for now.